we sensed that everywhere we went. Everywhere we went, we felt like we were a representation of our community, of our city. And the more that we could do as a team to lift everyone else's spirits, we felt like the more successful we could be, or the better that we could represent ourselves, that was what gave people hope. And that people could look at us and say, well, if the Saints can do it, then I know I can do it too. And so there was this bond and this kinship that was created between our fan base and our team. Now listen, the Who Dat Nation is unlike any other. It's amazing. Wherever I go, when I meet a Saints fan, there is this inner kinship. But we felt a great sense of responsibility. It wasn't pressure. It was just a great sense of responsibility that everywhere we went, everything we did, we were doing to represent our team and our city. And it was about showing the world that there was this great resurrection, that our city was going to come back better than ever, and it was a rebirth. It was a restoration, but one that was going to truly just stand the test of time.
You know what's so crazy to me too when you say all that is you have a personal comeback story that God puts you in New Orleans for this very moment, and it goes all the way back to the shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I mean, you know about a comeback, you know about adversity, you know about difficulty. There's a lot of people in this room, the state of Louisiana, man, we got, people losing jobs and things going on, but you understood, man, when that shoulder injury happened, how did it connect to, the same emotions? Because you're going back to, man, everything changed. It changed in New Orleans in an instant. It changed in your life in an instant. Walk us through some of those feelings that you have even through those moments.
So that previous picture, my arm was stuck like that. Like I dislocated it out the bottom, so my arm was literally stuck like that. Like I couldn't move it until they popped it out and put it back in. It was like Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. So that was, at the time, that was my 5th year with the San Diego Chargers. So I was drafted there in 01, so that was my 5th year there, 2005. And I thought that I was going to be a Charger forever. When I was drafted there, that's where my mindset was. I didn't know anything else, but I felt like that was my destiny. That was what I was meant to do. And to all of a sudden have something taken away from you in an instant, it's devastating. It's devastating. Within the framework of my job, my career, I remember walking off the field with my arm stuck just like that. And I was thinking to myself, this is the last time I'm ever going to put on a Charger uniform. I knew that because Philip Rivers had just been drafted 2 years earlier, and I knew they were trying to figure out, just have an excuse to get me out of there. But I also thought in my mind that it might be the last time I ever put on a football uniform again. I might not ever play this game again. So to feel like your dream, everything that you've worked for so long is just being ripped away from you, man, that was hard. It was devastating.
Yeah, and in the midst of that, when I've read your book, man, and did a little research, is people see a player get injured and they forget all the behind-the-scenes things, like the rehab and the hard work where it was relentless in this idea of going, I'm going to come back, I'm not going to quit. Whether they sign me, whether they agree or not, I am going to be better. I'm going to figure that out. And one of the quotes in your book that, man, to me is just powerful. It says, adversity is the path to opportunity.
Yeah.
Most people sitting out here, we don't want adversity, man. We don't want no struggle. We don't want no difficulty. But now they're, thank God, and we all thank God you came to New Orleans, but we're sitting here going, it would not have been possible had it not been for adversity.
Yeah.
Because more than likely something would have been different. They probably would have signed it. Probably maybe would have kept you. Who knows what it would have looked like.
I'd sum it up like this. When I was a kid, I loved sports, and I always aspired to be a professional athlete. It was funny because I aspired to be a professional baseball player, not a professional football player. But it's all right, I'll take it. In my mind, that path would have been much smoother to get to that point. But I had to go through an ACL injury in high school that prevented me from getting recruited by any of the Texas schools. So I have to go to Purdue University up in West Lafayette, Indiana, which when they came and recruited me, I had to ask the recruiter, where is Purdue? And is it Ivy League? Now that speaks a lot to the academic reputation, but not the football reputation, right? So I go to a place where I don't even know where it is, what conference they're in, to getting drafted by the Chargers, going there, getting benched 3 times during that process, having what could have been a career-ending shoulder injury, but then that leads me to the New Orleans Saints, and here we are going on 12 years later, and what a magical ride it's been.